Alright, check this out. Here we have the Asus Zephyrus G14 with an 8-core Ryzen 5900HS, a 60W 3060, and a 144Hz Full HD display. This video will demonstrate thermal and frame rate performance for Cyberpunk 2077 at several settings, starting with these here, ray tracing on and DLSS off, along with the G14's manual software settings to max out the power sliders and maximum fan speed. After a good heat soak, thermal performance on both GPU and CPU are solid in the mid-70s. The frame rate performance, of course, isn't, and I wasn't expecting it to be either. Low CPU wattage here allows the 60W 3060 to boost up towards its 80W maximum, doing nothing but turning off ray tracing, and our frame rate more than doubles. With the CPU wattage at 20 watts, the 3060 still boosts to 80 watts. Thermal performance here on both GPU and CPU begin their journey towards 80 degrees Celsius. With ray tracing off and DLSS on balanced, our frame rate moves up into the mid-70s, but the thermal solution gives up as both GPU and CPU begin to reach their thermal maximum. DLSS at Full HD is extremely CPU bound, and the image is notably not as sharp. I think DLSS is far more interesting on 4K displays. Now, if I were playing Cyberpunk 2077 on this G14, I would run the game at the game's high setting quick preset, no ray tracing or DLSS. The frame rate is near 60, the image is sharp, but understand at any of these settings as you move throughout the environment, that CPU may need to scale up to maintain high GPU utilization. When this happens, it'll bring the heat.